Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is the Captain's Quarters Show. I am your host, L. Milliner, the Captain. Thank you all for joining me today. In this video, I will be discussing more companies are deciding to go cashless and entering the digital payment system. So we know over many years, right? I've always heard that, really since I was a kid, they want to get rid of cash and they want to, exert control over the American people and the world. And so when 2020 happened, all of that ramped up a whole lot. So in 2020, there were, massive shutdowns of cities and of states. People were made to be so-called non-essential workers, and so businesses shut down, closed, and many people stayed home. Which opened the door for online ordering through companies like Amazon, Walmart, et cetera, et cetera, right? Some of the biggest companies, they really pushed online ordering. And another piece of why the online ordering in the digital payment system was pushed so hard was because they said, oh, the virus can be passed through simple, cash, hand-to-hand transactions, right? So the literally the paper could make you sick, right? That was something that was pushed, and so there was just so much fear and so much hysteria around 2020 that it just created this perfect storm for companies to go on and push this cashless society. And I have an article that is about certain group of restaurants that are pushing toward a 100% cashless payment system. This is from Fox 8, so it's like a local, I think it's in Cleveland, Ohio. So Taco Bell and other food chains could move to digital-only sales. This is of August 21st, 2023. So we're talking just a few days ago. Now, it says, during an earnings call earlier this month, parent company to Taco Bell, Yum Brands Incorporated, addressed plans to eventually move to 100% digital sales at its restaurants. Now, what restaurants are included in their chains? Well, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, and KFC. So these are some of the top restaurants right in the country. It goes on to say that it says, so what does this mean? In an interview with the CFO Journal, Chief Financial Officer Chris Turner said more customers would be ordering through apps, websites, or kiosks in the stores. Okay, and it just so happens that at Taco Bell, 100% of the Taco Bells have the kiosk where you can do this payment system. So it's already been implemented. Okay, and right here it says it. According to company leaders during the earnings call in the U.S., digital sales have increased almost 35% year over year, with kiosks now deployed in 100% of Taco Bell stores. So this is something that is, it's heavy, heavy on the move. I also have another article that I want to share because to me, it kind of gives you like a full background on how we got to this point, right? Because I mentioned earlier about 2020, and this kind of goes more in depth about 2020 and really how things got ramped up a whole lot. This is from Forbes, and this article is from October 20th, 2021. So this was about a year's change after the whole pandemic really got going, right? And the shutdowns happened because they happened around like March, April of 2020. By and large. So it says the COVID-19 pandemic led to more people using these alternatives. Speaking about cashless payment systems, here are some things that you should know about these solutions, why they become much more popular, and what to expect from them in the future. So it goes on to talk about typical cashless methods, and then talks about some of the newer cashless methods that are being created by different companies. One of those companies is Amazon, who does like contactless payment. So they have stores where you can go in, pick up items that you want. You don't pay anything right there. You just leave with the items, right? You just pick the items up, you walk out the door with them, and you get charged on your account for what you picked up. So they have technology that lets them know what you picked up, what the price was, price point, and you get charged later. So that's some of the new technology, right? And there are some other stores that are doing something very similar, like Dollar General, for example, a dollar store chain. They have at least one store, if I'm not mistaken, it's in North Carolina, that's contactless. So you can go into the store, pick up what you need, leave, you get charged after the fact. Let's see here. So it talks about, the whole thing about convenience, right? It says while convenience and eliminating the need to carry cash have been behind all contactless and cashless payment methods, the internet has played a significant role in the need for options that could be used for online commerce. All right. Now let me go down here. While the cashless movement was already growing, the advent of a worldwide pandemic only increased the demand for enhanced alternatives. Okay? And it says there were several reasons, including fear that the virus could be spread by handling cash. I just mentioned this a little earlier. That was pushed very heavy. You can get sick from giving somebody a $5 bill, $20 bill, getting change back, right? And of course, the coin shortage. Y'all remember this. Y'all remember the coin shortage. It was, they tried to play like, oh, it was, from the pandemic and all that stuff. Man, look, it was by design so that they could test more widely the whole cashless society where everything is debit card, credit card, Apple Pay, that type of thing. The national coin shortage, which made it more difficult for U.S. businesses to provide change when customers paid using cash. As the pandemic continued, more business owners asked that customers use digital or cashless methods to pay for their purchases. Exactly. Right? Then he goes on to talk about PayPal and Venmo, Cash App, that type of things. People are using those more and more and more. And there will be, a lot more usage of those and other apps as well. Look, it's people kind of wonder, what is the big deal? What's the big deal about the cash? Or what's the big deal about cash going away and everything becoming more digital? Here's a few reasons why it's important that cash stays a part of our payment system. It's because it gives you, the individual, more power among yourself about how you go about taking care of business, paying bills, buying groceries, purchasing gasoline, everyday things, right? It gives the government and it gives these companies, who a lot of times they're in bed with the government, it gives them all the power over you. When you relinquish that power to say, okay, everything is digital, now at the press of a button, you can be locked out of a bank account. You can be blocked from making a purchase at Walmart or Target or whatever store you want to buy, Amazon, whatever the company is. Go buy food, groceries. You may be blocked out of that account. They may say, you know what, this individual isn't supposed to be buying this item right here, right? We saw this with gun sales. Okay, I remember in around 2020, 2021, there was this big push about taking away people being able to buy guns with cash. They wanted it to be credit card only. That way, individuals who they deem to, not be fit for the purchase of a gun, they can block that person through the credit card company. If you can't use cash, you have to use a credit card. Well, they just block your credit card, and now you can't purchase the gun, right? These are things that people are not thinking about, right? When you go purchase a car, same thing. Like you need essential things for your life. At a push of a button, it can be blocked, either on purpose or by accident, right? Maybe you're somebody who has the same name as another individual, and they mistaken you for that person. Now you're locked out of living life and being able to take care of your own business, take care of your family because of a mistaken identity, because of a whole digital currency situation. It's a lot of issues that arise when it comes to this electronic digital world, and I just want to kind of lay that out there, give you some things to think about, to consider. But that's all I have to say about it. If y'all will, leave me a like, leave me a comment. Let me know what y'all think about these restaurants and retail stores, companies going cashless. Do you agree with it, disagree with it? Let me know down in the comments. If y'all will, hit that share with a friend, and of course, hit that subscribe. I appreciate you all for hopping aboard with the captain once again. This was the Captain's Quarters Show. I was your host, L. Milliner, the captain. Until next time, I am gone.